So it's been a number of years since I've actually gotten into another golf game. When I say number of years, I think I should be more accurate, number of decades, because the last time I was seriously super into a golf game was honestly Cyber Tiger on the Nintendo 64 from 99 to 2000. I was into golf growing up just because one, my parents were into it. Then Tiger came onto the scene, which made it cool for young kids to want to get into golf. And then, going off to college, I started playing golf for the university that I went to. It's definitely something that I've enjoyed over the years. But when it comes to golf games, not many golf games have been like very captivating to me. I mean, of course, you've got the PGA Tour style of games, which are very simulation oriented with some arcadey aspects to them, but never really got to the point where I was just really hooked. I mean, yeah, I played Hot Shots Golf, and who didn't play that? Those were really fun arcadey games. But when it comes to like really fun simulation style games, I really didn't play anything else. And then here we go, EA is not doing the PGA Tour games anymore, so you've got 2K taking over the reins with PGA 2K21. So this is their first foray into golf, and I figured if they could do so good with like football and with basketball, why couldn't they do it with golf? Hey, we're gonna find out all that more in this review. Before we dive into this review, let me introduce myself. I'm Mikhail Casanova. I'm a Hawaii content creator, host of Hawaii's #1 podcast and the #1 podcast in the Pacific, the Casanova Podcast. I also stream on Twitch every week, so catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Mikhail Casanova. And with that out of the way, let's find out if PGA 2K21 is worth your money, if it's something you need, or if it's a game you could pass up. Let's go ahead and get on with the review. The game kicks off with putting you into a tutorial to teach you the mechanics of the game, from selecting which clubs to use to how to line up shots for maximum swing at the tee, all the way down to what to do in the rough and how to putt like a pro. The game has a very simple to learn yet meaty mechanics system that allows you to play with a more arcadey feel, or you can play the game as a pure simulation experience. It's that versatility in the game that makes this a lot of fun to play and come back to. Giving you the choice of beginner, amateur, and pro allows you so much replayability, as once you get better in one difficulty and want more of a challenge, then you can go to the next difficulty and test your skills. After the tutorial, you're taken to the My Player, where you can create your own player character and tailor them to your liking, from height, weight, skin tone, hair, even down to the clothing. You can select different outfits and accessories. However, a lot of it is behind a paywall of needing currency to purchase, which I'm not a fan of in 2K games, and has been something many people have been vocal about over the years. You can start your PGA Tour career home by selecting Q School, Korn Ferry Tour, Korn Ferry Tour Championship, and PGA Tour, which will select your career setting, allowing control of the difficulty of the AI to the number of rounds you play as well. And you can view your schedule, check your stats and records, see the other players, change settings, and when you're ready, you can dive into the event and compete to win. Now, graphically, the game on the Nintendo Switch, the version that I'm reviewing, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look terrible either, if that makes sense. If anything, it looks like an early to mid-generation 360 game with medium to low detail in its graphics. The created character remains looking like a video game character and doesn't look realistic at all, no matter what you do to change up the look of the golfer. The environments look pretty good in detail, with it looking like a golf area should look. The water areas aren't the most detailed and look like they came from a Wii title, but the greens and fairways all look crisp. So ultimately, you'll have a mixed match of graphical fidelity between areas that you end up playing in. The game docked is serviceable, albeit muddied and muted, which looks like it runs between 900 to 720p at 30 frames per second while in docked mode, and it looks like it's running between 720 and 540p at 30 frames per second when undocked. It can be rough on the eyes in either mode, but if you can get past that, then it's still a good game, just visually unappealing and on many aspects. Audio wise, the game sounds like you're watching a golf game on TV. The narrator and the commentary talk in a hushed tone as they would in real life, and the sounds the clubs hitting the ball sound accurate as well. Really, there isn't much to cover here other than the menu music, but that's not really anything to write home about. Now, when it comes to the downsides, the game is visually rough, especially when compared to its counterparts on other platforms, and I understand that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to games being ported to it, but man, does this game look rough at times. Then there's the fact that the menu interface is slow and chugs along at times, both portably and docked. I am unsure if a patch can fix this, but it's something that really takes me out of the game. Then there's long loading times when it comes to first booting up the game and going to the main menu. This makes me wonder if there are optimization issues in how they ported this game to the Switch, as the load times are pretty lengthy. All in all, I'm not a happy camper with the downsides, yet they don't prevent me from enjoying the game. Now, with the wrap up, when it comes down to it, if you're looking for a solid, albeit rough around the edges looking golf game, then you can't really go wrong here. The mechanics are some of the best I've experienced with a golf game, along with being incredibly fun to dive into. There's a large diversity of courses to play on, and a swath of modes and online play will keep you busy. While I can't say the PGA Tour 2K21 or PGA 2K21 is a game you need in your collection, I'll definitely say that if you're into the sport, then it's a game you should definitely give a try. And that's the review for PGA 2K21 for the Nintendo Switch. Again, I want to give a special thank you to 2K Studios for sending me the review copy of this game, and it was different covering a sports title. I haven't really reviewed any sports titles, and this was an interesting first, but it was fun nonetheless. I do enjoy the game. I can't highly recommend it to people that may not be into golf, but if you're into golf and you're looking for a golf game, and while there's not really much choice on the Nintendo Switch, you can't go wrong with PGA 2K21. If you're into it, it's a game that you need, but that's just my opinion. What do you think? Do you guys have PGA 2K21 on the Nintendo Switch, or do you have it on other platforms? Whatever your thoughts are, let's get the conversation going down below. And if you want to join an amazing Discord community with a lot of people active and into gaming, anime, manga, more, and have video game industry people as well in it, then definitely check out our Discord server. And link for that is down below. And with that being said, I'm Mikhail Casanova, Hawaii content creator, host of Hawaii's #1 podcast and the #1 podcast in the Pacific, the Casanova Podcast, available on all major podcasting outlets. That being said, I'm signing out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And yeah, that's it. That's the review. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You made it to the end of the video, man. Look, I'm so happy that you made it to the end of the video. That means that you enjoy what I put on this channel. You enjoy what you just watched. And since you did, go ahead and hit that like button. The other thing you can do, go ahead and sub if you enjoyed it. If you really enjoy the content right here, you're probably going to like the next thing. So go watch the playlist, go watch some of the other recent uploads. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. And if you really want to support what we're doing here, and you know, it's completely optional, but go ahead and become a channel member. You got that too? You ain't got to, but if you do, I appreciate you. But other than that, thank you for coming through. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for checking out what we do here. I'll see you on the next one.